Hi everyone, it's Annette with ASCardDesign, and today I thought I'd bring you along while I make my brother and sister-in-law an anniversary card. Their anniversary is the end of June, so I thought I'd come on and make their quick card and get that out in the mail today, fresh off the presses. So this is going to be a quick and easy card, but I'm using this beautiful 3D embossing folder called Floral Burst, and this is from Ginakdesigns. And I'm just going to use two colors on this after we emboss it, and I'm going to be using medium lilac and sky blue. So the first thing we're going to do is I've already pre-cut my paper. I'm going to be using a top folding greeting card. I haven't done one of these in a long time. Usually I'm doing the side fold, but I thought I would do a top fold. And since it's gray, I did cut out a panel that will also emboss for the inside so we can write or stamp our greeting. And then this panel we will emboss, and we have a matte layer. So it will end up coming together. It's kind of gray and navy and white. So that's kind of the look we're going for. So I'm just going to set these aside, and we're going to start with the embossing folder. So let me bring in my Gina K Intercut die cutting machine, and I already have this dial set. Let me see if I can show you, because if you don't have this die cutting machine, you can use any machine that you have, but if you're in the market, this is a nice one because you just dial the pressure, you dial the setting and then the pressure down here. So what I'm doing for my 3D embossing is I set it to letterpress 2D emboss, and I'm setting the pressure to -2, which is on the tight side. And we'll see. I think that usually gives me a pretty good impression. And if you are buying her new 3D embossing folders, it does have the instructions here on them. But again, you can use a different embossing machine. Just do the sandwich that works for your machine. You may have to add shims, but that's fine. You know, you can still do this with what you have. And all the supplies I'm using are linked in the description below, along with some affiliate links. If you choose to use those, it's no extra cost to you, but I do get a little bit of a commission, and that does help my channel, and I appreciate it. All right, so I'm putting my panel in here, and let's go ahead. For this machine, I just need the platform and my embossing folder, because these 3D embossing folders are fairly thick. And whatever machine you're using, you want firm pressure, but you never want to force your folder through the machine because it can break in two, and I've done that before, sadly. So let's see then. We got this beautiful, this folder just stamps so pretty. There you can see that beautiful stamped image, the floral burst. So that's going to be the front of our card. But I also mentioned earlier I want to put a panel in the inside. And I think what I would like to do is just decorate this a little bit. And you can do partial embossing. And I just want some of this image to come kind of trailing off the top edge of the panel. So what I'm going to do is just position this, and you could do it on an angle if you want. And I think I'll do that. If you do position your card on an angle, just make sure you're within the width of your embossing machine. And I think we're going to give that a try. And we'll just run that through. This will just give the inside a little something. I'm not going to go all the way through. I'm just going to go to the end of that folder and then bring it back out. And then we'll see. Yeah, it just gives a little bit of something, and it kind of fades out. And I do kind of like that. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way for right now. We will come back to it. And I am going to bring in just a piece of construction paper just to catch this ink. And so all I'm going to do is some light ink swiping. I'm going to bring you in just a little bit closer. Now, the 3D embossing folders have these raised edges, and some of them are a little bit higher than the others. So that will help create a really cool effect. And when you do the ink swiping, you just want to gently rest your ink pad and just with very light pressure go over it. You don't want to press down. And it doesn't have to cover everything. So just a real light pressure. I like to go in a circular motion. Okay. And then we're just going to flip it and do the same. And remember, we have another color to bring in, so we don't need to cover everything. And then I'll go ahead and do the same for this. Like that. Okay. So we have our outside panel and our inside panel. And then we'll go ahead and do the medium lilac. Let's try the inside first. Coming off of the paper pad first. And there you can see it just really, it kind of hides a lot of the blue, but we might go back in over the blue, but you can see some of the blue there. See how this looks? And again, I'm coming off of the paper first. Here's just where you want to just lightly go over this in some of the areas. And there you can see a lot more of the blue on that. Isn't that pretty? And it's okay if some of these are left white. I like that. Let's see if I can bring this one back in and add a little bit more blue. Don't know. I think the purple kind of overtook, but no, we can get a little bit in there. It's subtle, but it's there. Okay. Now we're going to set these aside for just a minute. And I'm going to pan back out. I think we're done with that. And then I'm going to bring in my Misty and the stamp sets. I'm going to use the Graceful Greetings. I want to use Happy Anniversary. And I'm choosing this because it does have the coordinating dies. So that is going to be the outside greeting. And then I'll stamp on the inside from, oh, this is called Wishful Roses. And on the inside, I'll stamp Wishing You a Lifetime of Happiness. So that'll go on the inside. So let's go ahead and get that set up. Actually, we could go ahead and stamp the inside greeting. Let's go ahead and put that in. And you can see, probably, I have a little bit of ink smudge right here, but we can put an embellishment there or maybe stamp over it. And let's just see. We'll see. So that's going to go, we're going to go with this one, Wishful Roses. And let's get out the Wishing You a Lifetime of Happiness. And we might even offset that a little bit. We'll see if we can cover that smudge. And I do want to leave me some room to write my own greeting. So when I have two stamps, I do like to stamp the one at a time, because that way I know exactly what my spacing is. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp this in the medium lilac. And we'll just get that down. Give that a minute to transfer. Stamp it one more time. We might even stamp, maybe I'll stamp the sub greeting in the blue sky. Let's just do that. That'll be kind of fun. We have Wishing You. Let me go ahead and bring in my tidy towel and wipe that stamp off. I'm going to get it back onto the sheet right away so I don't misplace it. And then we can place our A Lifetime of Happiness. Just going to bring this down just a minute. And we'll see if that is lined up. And I'm kind of looking at the grid lines on my Misty, which are very helpful to line up your stamps. And I'm going to wipe over this because I've not used this particular stamp before. So I'm just going to wipe off the residue that's on there from the manufacturer. That way the ink will take it. And that's what I really like about the stamping platforms is if you don't get a good stamp the first time, you can go in a second time or even a third time if needed. And that is really light. So let's see. I may have to do this panel over again because I don't think, ooh, see? I don't think that that little ink smudge is going to get covered up. So let me go ahead and clean this up. And I'm just going to do this part over again. I'll do that off camera, and then we'll pick up right where this leaves off. All right, redid that panel, and that came out a lot better. And there's no ink smudging now. So we'll set that aside, and let's work on our outside greeting. And just bringing in a piece of white cardstock. And again, we're using the Graceful Greetings stamp set, the Happy Anniversary. So we'll stamp and die cut that. And we'll just get that on there. And since we're die cutting it, we don't have to worry about if it's straight or not. And I'm going to go ahead and do that in the medium lilac. I really like that color. The sky blue is pretty. It's just a little bit light, and I want the outside greeting to stand out a little bit more. Go ahead and stamp that twice. And when you're stamping, I like to just give that a second to transfer that ink onto the cardstock. And look how beautifully those stamps are. I just love the font on this stamp set. So pretty. Again, all the supplies are linked below in the description if you'd like to check those out. It's a visual supply list. I think that's always helpful to kind of see the product. All right. And then let's go ahead and take that out. And we're going to be bringing back our die cutting machine, and we'll get this cut out. All right, I'm going to set the dial back to die cut. It's probably hard to see on camera, but that says die cut right there. And I'm going to change the dial up to 0. So that is what works well for die cutting. And then we do need our cutting mat for this. So I brought out the coordinating die that was in that stamp set, and I'm just going to line that up. I'm going to put it down here. It's a little bit easier for me to line up while it's on the cutting mat. Die cut that. Our platform right on top. And run it through. And it just cuts out beautifully. Okay, and then I'm going to cut out a couple more blanks just so I can build up. I'll glue them to the back of the die cut sentiment, and then that'll add some dimension and some depth. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll come right back. Okay, here are our pieces, and we're just going to go ahead and glue these together using some liquid glue from Ginakdesigns. We'll just glue both of these together first, and very easy to line up. Then you could use foam tape if you wanted to pop it up that way, but I like to add extra layers of the die cuts. It's just an easy way to build up dimension and give it some lift, and you can even use up your scrap cardstock to do that. All right, so we'll set that aside, and then let's go ahead and I'm going to glue this panel directly onto the matte layer. Put glue all the way around. And again, you could use foam tape if you wanted to pop this up. That would look very nice as well. The card measurements are in the description below, but my panel is 3 3/4 by 5, and then the matte layer is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And then let's go ahead and bring in our card base. So I've already got my logo stamped, and we'll go ahead and glue down this panel on the inside so we can write the greeting. It's kind of fun to decorate the inside of panels, especially if you're using a dark colored cardstock and you need something lighter to write your greeting. You might as well decorate it. Just gives it a nice finished look. Not pretty. All right, let's go ahead and glue this one down. down. And then we just need to put our greeting on there. I'm going to probably pop this right into the center like that. And I am going to bring you in a little bit closer here so you can get a really good look. Get some glue down on this. Right there in the center. I thought I'd add some shiny bling to this, so I am bringing in these gorgeous metallic silver dots from Gina K. So let me dump these into my little shell dish. It's just easier for me to pick them out. These add a lot of sparkle and shine. And then we'll get our pick and stick tool. And in case you're not sure, if these are wonderful tools, and Gina designed this so well, like one side has a metallic end, you can see that in there, and one side has just a white end. So the metallic end is the pick tool. So that's how you can tell which side is which. And then this other end is the wax tip that you can pick up your gems very easily and place them wherever you want. And this little mix, look how tiny some of those are. They're so small. That's why it's really nice to have one of these. You can just put them wherever you'd like. I'm gonna do that grouping, and then we'll do some down here. Yeah, that needs to stick down a little bit better. We'll go down here, maybe on the side. Let's try that combination. All right, so let me go ahead and get these glued down, and then I'll bring it up to the camera and show you all that shiny goodness. Takes a tiny dab of glue to hold these down. Little dot. Okay. And that is our finished card. You can see that shininess on those metallic dots is what those are called. And these are the silver. They're so pretty, and they're flat, so they don't add any dimension, when you go to mail the card, which I will be mailing this one. So that is the happy anniversary card for my brother and my sister-in-law. And in the inside, it says, wishing you a lifetime of happiness, and we decorated the top. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and coming up is another video I hope you enjoy. If you're new to my channel, I hope you do subscribe, and I hope to see you again. See ya. Bye-bye.